Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Coping with Life, Disabled and Mentally Ill. I'm your host, Scott. Happy Saturday, everybody. Hopefully you are well. So, on this week's episode, I'm going to talk about a game that I've been playing. And that would be Baldur's Gate 3. Now, I'm pretty deep into the game. Have not beat it. But I'm maybe 40 hours in, 50 hours in. And for people who don't know, Baldur's Gate 3 developed by Larian Studios, but it's also Dungeons and Dragons. Now, I like Dungeons and Dragons. My character is, well, me, a bard, drow, which, if you know anything about my personality, things that don't go together, I put together. Because why not have a Loth supporter drow be a bard? You know? I am a big fan of the drow. My bard is dual hand crossbows, and also dual handed swords. I'm in no position to pronounce them, but basically they're swords. And so he's more of a fighter bard. He plays the violin, and he likes to heal his companions and help take the burden off of the cleric. So my current party in Baldur's Gate 3 is a rogue, a bard, a fighter, and a cleric. And some battles can be pretty brutal with those that layout. Especially be level 5. The game can be brutal, I'm gonna be honest. But at the same time, I'm having fun with it. Which I'm going to bring this up because I try to be very consistent when it comes to my schedule, my thing that I do. Baldur's Gate 3, I find myself playing. And, like, I'll load it up. And then I'm like, oh, I've been playing for 30 minutes. 7, 8 in the morning later, oh, oops. And, I, the first couple days, I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's okay. And then, week later, yeah, it's definitely touching a lot on my addictive personality. Kind of like how Civilization kind of works that way as well. Just one more turn. And it's a really amazing game, and the amounts of choices that you can do. I am playing on the PS5. So just figuring out everything of how I want to play. It's just a large RPG that hits my Dungeons and Dragons nerve, and I love Dungeons and Dragons. I wish I could play the tabletop RPG more. But Baldur's Gate 3 definitely is a game that I recommend. But, it being such a good game, in my opinion, especially how many hours that I have put into it, and there's just something about Dungeons and Dragons games that I enjoy, especially Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate 3 is what I'm playing, and almost 50 hours. Something like that, and I feel like I've done nothing. And that is a great feeling. That I'm just exploring, and the story is amazing, and especially the characters that you meet along the way can just their stories, their lore, the people around their life. It means a lot. And there's minor spoilers ahead, just because I really want to talk about these characters. Some of the characters that you meet are from the actual Dungeons and Dragons lore, and people that mean a lot to Dungeons and Dragons. Like, you can meet Volo, and that's kind of amazing. A few other people. And I am very tired. I'm very exhausted. I'm not feeling well. Dealing with a lot of stuff. Especially I haven't been sleeping because my entire world is Baldur's Gate 3. And I really don't know what's with you know, the game. But a little so the game I I'm I referred it to a love letter to Dungeons and Dragons fanatics. Because they talk about a lot of places in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons, like the elevated city of Netheril. Then you have Avernus, the Third Coast, Waterdeep. There may have been a mention or two of Neverwinter. I know definitely the Third Coast has been mentioned a few times. But you start off with being on the Nautiloid, which is a ship, which in 5e you can learn more about in the Spelljammer set. And if you like previous editions, feel free to look into it. But, they have... I mentioned this before, and so I play games with other people. And majority of the time I watch their screen while they play, or if I'm playing. But we tend to be playing the same game. So they watch me play, I watch them play. And we have a conversation or just silence and just enjoying what's going on. And Baldur's Gate 3, there's no right way or wrong way to play the game. And I've already planned on going through the game again and again. Because maybe my next character, who might be a tiefling, I don't have the class ready, but it might be a tiefling, and see how well the tiefling goes, and make different choices, do different things, because that's like a dynamic world of the choices you make actually impacts the world. And to the detrimental of my brain making choices without making choices. That has an effect. And the best consequence in the world is making a choice 20-30 hours ago. It may bite you really hard. It's like, oh, oops. And, in my playthrough, I tried to be good, and I try to be patient, but at the same time, if I'm given a bard option, I'm going to do the bard option. The bard option basically means I'm going to mock you, because my mockery is vicious, which may or may not evolve into a fight. And the entire battle system is fun. Now, a couple things that I do have an issue with. The camera and the combat camera moving, and some of the things of getting your loot doesn't always work. Those are issues that I have, but at the same time, I get over it. And I try to be what I am in real life. Chaotic good. And I mean that in the most loving way in the world. In real life, I am definitely lawful good. But at the same time, I'm also a little chaotic. But so I play that way. I immerse myself in the world, and dealing with races like, especially obscure ones, but mind flayers and devils. You have a great world, and it is based 100 or so years after the events of Baldur's Gate 2. Now, Baldur's Gate 2 was, I could be wrong, but I do believe it came out on the PlayStation 2 a long time ago. And for people who would like to know who I have decided to pursue romance in the game of Baldur's Gate 3, it is Lae'zel, the Githyanki. There's just something about her personality. I like Shadowheart. Kind of wish there were more options, but but it's definitely a great storyline. And I'm in the middle of Act 2, I do believe. And I'm having lots of fun. And I will admit, like I mentioned earlier, I have made a few choices that I regret. I cannot go back and change those. So one of the reasons why after I finish this, I'm probably going to be rolling in a new character. But I'm going to be honest, it definitely makes me want to bust out my books and just start writing a campaign. And I think that's the powerful thing of Dungeons and Dragons, that make a campaign and just having a lot of fun. So, but I'm being known on Saturday Pacific Standard Time when this happens to go live, I am going to bed. I'm tired. I have played Baldur's Gate 3 a lot. It has disrupted my lifestyle. And I'm only to blame. And that is okay. So enjoy your Saturday, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your week. I wish you wonderful stuff. I wish you the best week you deserve. Don't forget to smile. Don't forget to tell people you love them. And don't forget to hydrate. So, with that said, I'm coping with life. And apparently that life is Baldur's Gate 3. And thank you for listening. Until next week, I have no clue what next week will bring. But stay happy. Stay smiling. Play video games. Play music. Do what you love. Life is short. And life is not guaranteed. So, big hugs to everybody. And may you continue going down the road. It's a long road. So I love you all. And I bid y'all adieu.